recording now?
It's
Oh my
recording
goodness. So we did the first video and then my brother called 47 times and messed up the video, so we had to stop the video. And at the end of the video, we were talking about vision boards. So continue creating a vision board for fall, specifically for fall. We also included the word of the year for us on there. For me, anyways, personally, it was perseverance. What?
You know what we should do? We should have a Zoom party and do these together.
Well, that's a good idea. Okay, so Johnny's going to start a Zoom party and do vision boards, so be on the lookout for that. But anyway, so this is kind of what our vision board looked like. Yes, that says sex. It's important when you're in a marriage.
Does that really?
Yes. It's important to have that, to have a more perfect union and marriage, and to focus on the family. Anyway, so I did this with some friends and it was super fun to create this vision board, but it kind of gives you an idea of doing that. And I have it hung up in our office and I'm reminded of it daily, you know, because it kind of helps keep perspective and remind you what you're working towards. And why it's important to actually work your business instead of make excuses, because if you make excuses, the stuff on your vision board is less likely to happen. So stop waiting. I know that I'm constantly hearing, oh, well, I'm just going to try, you know, on Monday, or, oh, I'll try next week, or, yeah, this month really sucks, so I'll try again next month. Stop waiting and stop procrastinating, because that's where you're set up for failure. You are definitely going to fail in one way or another if you are setting yourself up for failure by waiting, procrastinating, and not staying consistent or pushing through with what you're, you know, the goals that you've set up for yourself. Consistency is key. So as long as you continue showing up and continue trying, you're going to continue to succeed. So if you're like half in and half out, 1 foot in, 1 foot out, you're not going to succeed. Your customers aren't going to want to be loyal to you because they see it, they feel it. So you want to make sure that for your team and your customers, you're staying consistent. You're focusing on your business, one business, preferably. Show your customers that they are priority and that you're in this for the long run. So many people in direct sales, their customers see it. They're in one and in the next and doing this and doing that, and I'm doing this and then maybe I'll do that, and then, oh, boom, I'm doing this. And they're like, it's like a yo-yo. They're like, they're not sure, you know, should we buy from them? Should we not buy from them? Oh, I want to, you know, buy from someone that takes it seriously. These kind, they're not really taking it seriously. We're going to buy from somebody else. So I think that's extremely important to make sure that you are showing them. Oops.
So you are showing them
that it's important to stay consistent, because they will stay consistent and true to you if you're staying consistent and true to the business and them. The next thing...
You didn't really touch on that one, and I think that's important.
Stop saying you will try harder later?
Yeah. So, like, if you set a goal and you don't reach it, don't give up and say, oh, I'll try it again later. Like, keep going. We see that a lot. Like, people will set a goal to get, like, 500 by the 15th, and they don't reach it, and then they give up, and they're deflated. But, like, you shouldn't do that. So stop. I liked what that said. Stop saying you'll try harder later.
Yeah. You don't want to, you know, like I said, set yourself up for failure by saying, oh, I can't do it.
Yeah.
Or setting a goal for yourself, and because you didn't hit it at that day, you say you can't. Because you can. You can do anything that you set your mind to. The next thing was the recruiting. Everyone was saying that it was really hard to recruit. For us, it's never really been hard to recruit. For us, we've always been pretty transparent with sharing our story and sharing our journey on Facebook. And just because not everyone can relate with you or relate with us, doesn't mean they don't want to, doesn't mean they don't want to know your story or be able to find a reason to connect. So you never know with what you post on social media. You never know who's watching that, and you never know who is paying attention to your story, whether you think someone will relate with you or not. So I think that it's extremely important to share your story. Be transparent with your journey, where you've come, where you're going, your goals. I know when I created this vision board, I posted on Facebook and told people, so that people could ask questions about it, or, oh, you want to buy a house? That's so cool. So do we, but we don't have the money, or we need this, or we need that. Oh, cool. Well, we've been doing Scentsy and it's given us this, or whatever.
Yeah.
It sparks those conversations. You want to have genuine relationships, and like genuine conversations, transparent conversations with people. For me, it's share, don't snare. And that I just kept in my head thinking about that today, because I get so many people messaging me on Facebook. I'm not trying to like brag about myself or anything, but
It's true.
I will, okay, so I use my friend's tanner, and she has this tanner from this direct sales company that she works with, and I will use this tanner. I love this tanner because I like to be brown, because brown fat is better than white fat.
Oh my gosh.
And when you're white and you have veins, when you put tanner on, you can't see them. It's all pretty.
Brown.
And so I will post on my Facebook about this tanner, and people will order it. Just because they take my word for it. Like, oh, okay, she's obviously tried it. She likes it. She's good in that aspect of things, or whatever. So they'll buy it. So people will see that. They will see that is it a spokesperson?
They're direct
like,
sales
yeah.
people.
So they'll comment. They'll message me, and they'll be like, oh, we heard you like makeup. We'd love for you to try this, blah, blah, blah. But they're not
It'd be different if they were like, oh, hey, how are you doing?
building a relationship.
How are
yeah.
your kids doing? Hey, I heard you were sick. How's that going? Things like that. And then like, oh yeah, I've been doing this business. But when they kick off with like, hey girl, I see that you're a rock star at sharing people's products or whatever. If you post this many statuses and the way I tell you on this day and this time, you'll get this for free. And
yeah, or they'll be like, where the snare comes in is they'll be like, oh, well, we've seen how you rock your Scentsy business. We'd love to have you on our team. We definitely think you could rock this business. No, don't snare me. It reminds me of, I can't remember the movie, the little mouse that gets stuck in that little trap. That I'm the mouse and I'm about to get stuck in this trap. Don't snare people. Don't cold message people telling them, oh my gosh, I just started with Scentsy. I think you'd be great at this business. Do you want to do it? No. Or, for me, I don't want to be recruited like that. For me, I want to build a genuine relationship with you, or a genuine relationship with someone, and let them make that decision for themselves.
Well, we've had people come onto our team from other direct sales companies because we do congratulate them in like when they're in the other business. Like, we aren't telling them like, oh, you'd be so good if you were with us. No, we're like, oh, dude, you're doing so good. You're doing so good. And then they come to us later like, I want whatever you guys have. Like, I want to try Scentsy because of this, because you guys do that. So I think it's important that you just congratulate people instead of trying to, hey, come be on my team. You're amazing at that. You could be amazing at Scentsy too.
Yeah. I mean, even picking people's brains when they are in a different direct sales, what makes them stay with that direct sales business, because you can always add those traits to what you're currently doing. I know another cool thing is like, if you're newer into the business and trying to recruit, you can recruit your best friend. Talk about cool is find somebody to have a business partner, find somebody to have an accountability partner, and you can pitch it like that. Like, okay, girl, I just joined Scentsy a month ago. I'm loving it, but what would make it even better? Oh my gosh, please, this child. He just ripped off the head of my makeup brush. He just ripped it off. He needs something to fiddle with, apparently. Would you like to fiddle with this?
I was. He took it away.
Golly. Somebody, y'all come get your dad, please.
I can't stop. No. What were you saying?
Oh my goodness. Well, if my child wasn't distracting me in here.
Stop.
Gosh. I don't even know what I was saying, but it was probably good. It was probably good. Oh my goodness.
Look down. Gosh.
I heard it. The head get ripped off my brush. I heard it. I felt it actually in my soul.
Imagine people watching these trainings later. They're going to be like, oh my gosh.
They're going to be like, wow, he ripped her head off her brush.
You're going to get a buttload of brushes in the mail.
Seriously.
Girl, try this one.
Anyway, so I don't know where I was going with that, but it was cool. Oh yeah, find a business partner. Find somebody to do business with. How cool would it be to get your best friend on board and do business together? Hopefully they don't break your makeup brushes because, I mean, they're like little kids and gotta get their hands on everything.
Oh gosh.
Anyways, so find somebody to do business with. You can pitch it like that. Again, for us, it wasn't always those conversations where we're trying to snare people. We were literally just sharing the opportunity or messaging people and saying, like, if you know that there's someone that you would love to have in business with you, tell them that and tell them why. You know, or just share how passionate you are about the company and why. My tooth hurts really bad. It's because I'm talking too much. What else? As far as recruiting, what else would you say? Oh, he doesn't recruit. I don't know why I'm asking. I don't even know why I'm asking. I have no idea why I just asked him. He doesn't recruit anybody.
I'll touch on the next part. You can touch on this one.
What part? That was on my notes. That was it.
Oh.
This guy. Oh my goodness.
I'll touch on the closing.
You'll touch it. He's gonna touch it. Okay. Cool.
Oh gosh, you're making me laugh too much.
Anyway, so yeah, for me, it's always been just being super transparent. And
I've recruited before, okay, but it's not as much as her because she's a go-getter. But my recruits are more the people who do
who
not.
Who are your recruits? I want to know. I'm really actually curious.
Listen, babe, you're funny.
But you're not giving me any names. I'm wondering. You don't even know. He doesn't know who you recruited or if they're still with us.
That's a lie. Okay, don't do this to me. Yvette isn't one
Yvette.
of them.
Okay, I was gonna say he got one.
That's a lie, babe. I've gotten. You better stop. Listen.
Okay, I won't ask anymore. He doesn't know.
I can't stand you.
Okay. Okay, but your two recruits. What? Finish with your two recruits.
I can't
your
even
one recruit.
remember.
You were saying.
No,
that
now I
with
feel
you-
like an idiot because now I feel like I haven't recruited anybody because you're like.
You recruited one. We established that one. One.
You're such a dick.
Oh my gosh. That's on live television.
This is not live.
This
is
is television
recorded.
live.
It's recorded. Okay. Just sharing, basically, is what I was gonna say before I was really interrupted.
By the Snopes fact checker. Oh golly. The lie detector determined.
Wow.
Anyways, okay, so
We're gonna have to redo this.
no, we're not. Back to the original information about
Oh,
recruiting.
it's so hot. We're delirious.
Literally focusing on sharing and not snaring. So sharing those opportunities, and making a list of people that you would like to have on your team and why. Hey, I like Carrie because she's super charismatic.
Oh,
or,
I can't remember who did a training on that. They called it their like fear list or something like that.
or yeah, make a list of the people you're most afraid to ask.
Yeah.
You're most afraid to talk to and why.
And it
People
could
that
be
intimidate you.
Recruiting side and customer side. So people that you like think like, oh, they'll never buy from me. Put them on your fear list and
Right.
then contact those people.
And make build a relationship with these people first. Don't just message somebody you haven't talked to in 14 years and ask them to join Sensi.
Wanna buy
No.
Sensi?
Build a relationship with these people. Ask them questions. So it's not just going to be an overnight thing. These are relationships that you're going to start building now that will pay off in the future between now and Christmas. Promise you, if you start now, you will get recruits between now and Christmas. And I think that's extremely important. When we got our recruits, it was people that we had been friends with. I know for us, Jessica, our first director, she was someone that I was friends with on Facebook for months prior to her joining, and I actually bought something from her on Facebook Marketplace. So this is someone that months had watched
You
what we
added
did.
her?
Yeah,
You're so weird.
I am, but it's fine. I add random people because I'm going to genuinely build relationships with random people. And I do that. I'm at my max
What's the
amount.
point of Sensi?
I'm at my max amount of friends right now, and I always have to go through and delete people or profiles that have since like they've deleted their Facebooks. I can go through and delete them. But it's something that for me, I do add random people. I join groups, moms groups, scrapbooking groups, makeup groups, and get to
Crunchy
know people
moms.
in there. He always likes to tell people that I'm crunchy. I'm like chewy. I'm like crunchy and chewy. Wait.
You're a crunchy baby.
Okay.
You're a payday.
Anyways. So I join these groups and I make and build relationships with these people. And then by sharing, they want to join. Most of my recruits have come from, hey, I'm interested in joining Scentsy. Can you tell me more? Or hey, what can you tell me about joining Scentsy? Or hey, I'm interested in learning more. What can you tell me? And then just taking those relationships, those sparks, those seeds that have been planted, and going off of that. So you plant the seeds, and then you got to go back and you got to water those seeds, and then you got to go back and you got to harvest those seeds. So you can't just plant those seeds and then leave it, because those planted seeds are going to start sprouting and somebody else is going to come in and water them, and then you're going to lose out on the harvest because somebody else did the rest of the work for you. After you did the hard work of planting the seeds, tilling the ground, getting it started, they're going to come in and take that from you because you didn't follow up. So you need to make a list, whether it be an Excel spreadsheet, on a notebook, print something off the internet, make a list of people that you've talked to and had recruiting relationships with, or people that you're going to build relationships with, and then you need to follow up with them. And I can even create something for you guys if that's helpful, that says seed planted, water planted, or water done, harvested, weeded the garden a little, because I think it's extremely important. But for us, we can post more recruiting videos of things that have worked for other people. But for us, and I mean, I've had, 15 recruits in 1 month?
Yeah.
And not all of them stayed, of course. But 15 recruits in 1 month, because of just sharing that story and working hard to build relationships with these people. And like I said, it may not pay off this second, but people are watching you. They do see you. The more passionate and on fire you are about Scentsy, the more true you are to yourself and the true you are to Scentsy, it will come to pass. They will want to join you. They will see that during a pandemic, Scentsy is still thriving. During a pandemic, you're still able to pay your bills.
Yeah.
As long as you're working your business, you're staying consistent, and you are not giving up. Remember what I said in the earlier video, that you can do anything that you set your mind to, and as long as you're not giving excuses. Excuses are like belly buttons and buttholes. Everybody has one and they all stink. So stop making excuses. Turn your excuse of I can't, or why you can't do it, into your why you can. So I can't recruit. Turn it into, the reason I'm going to recruit is because I suck at it, and I'm going to prove to myself and everybody else that I can recruit, and I'm going to be the best at the one thing I struggle the most with. So make that your goal. Add that to the top of your list. Make that your goal. What are you doing?
It's a scary goal.
Recruiting?
Just kidding.
Oh. Yeah. And obviously everyone has different things that they're good at. But so if you have someone that you're working with, or someone that you do business with, some people have their spouses as their co-applicants, kind of play off of each other. If you're really good at recruiting and they're not, or whatever. And then find an accountability partner and have them hold you accountable in that area. Maybe post on the group, hey, I'm really struggling with recruiting. Can someone hold me accountable? I'll hold them accountable. We can kind of check in with each other and, watch some recruiting videos and bounce notes off of each other and things like that. Because I think that's extremely important as well, to kind of have someone to push you. We're always here for you guys, no matter if you're on our team or not. You can always reach out to us and we can push you. Our coaching calls are saved for obviously our team. But other things we can help with, we can message, whatever. Let us know, because we're more than happy
Hold on.
to help. So
Yeah. Where are they?
there was one on the ground right in the hallway on the way to Nene's room. Is she asleep? Anyways, I think that pretty much sums it up.
Oh, and on the recruiting too, people always use the excuse of, I can't afford the kit. Don't let that stop there. Like, there's options. You can literally get the kit for free with a big enough party. So, like, if you don't know how to do that, then talk to us and we'll let you guys know. Because
Leanne also just recorded a video today on that.
Okay, sweet.
She recorded a video earlier today and kind of explained that, and she had some super cool points and tips. So make sure you go back and watch Leanne's video on host flipping without flipping. I don't know what she called it. Host flipping without doing something. Anyways, go back and watch that because that's a really good idea to be able to give a free kit or a $39 kit or $59 kit to somebody, or explain to them how they can host a party and earn their own to start their own business. So anyway, set goals, start a vision board. We can actually, like he said, do like a Zoom party and create some vision boards, which are kind of fun. You literally just get magazines and cut things out. Mine's just on a piece of 10 by 10 scrapbooking cardstock. And like I said, I hang it in the office so that I have it. And I'm reminded daily of the things that we're working towards and the reason why we have this business and why we're pushing so hard. So anyways, if you guys have questions, feel free to message us or post in the group.
Bye.
All right, bye.